Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's Carrie, So Much Glitter. I'm so glad that you guys are here. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when I come out with new content. So I could not go live this last Sunday because I have been suffering from bronchitis. So today's the first day that I actually feel semi-normal. My voice is a little bit strained, but I'm going to go ahead and just make a really short video, kind of in the same format as my Sunday live, just so you guys can kind of catch up with me. I have another video coming out on the 30th, which is a Junk Journal January collaboration. And I have some stuff coming up on my Instagram, and then January's done. Can we believe it? Like, I really feel like it's a day. It's like the 100th day of January or something. So I'm going to just kind of show a few things I've been working on, kind of show those up a little bit. And I did want to, put something in my grateful for 2026 jar and good things that have happened to me every week over the year. And then New Year's Eve next year, I'm going to look back on them and see what I have to be grateful for in 2026. Because sometimes we can focus on the negative, and by golly, with the way the news has been going, I've completely turned that feed and all of that off. Like, we need to focus on the good. Okay, so I'll be doing that, and let me see if I can get another pen out. Okay. I'm going to start in the book of positive quotations that I did find at my local used bookstore. I've actually really been enjoying this book. There's some things in here that are not relevant to me, but, you know, not everything is going to resonate. Oops, with us. I lost my page, which I do believe I remember what page it was. But not everything's going to resonate with us, and only certain things, you know, will. So you can kind of pick and choose. But I like to really focus on, like, the positive, the self-care aspect of creating, and why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to expand the good things in the crafty community, and I'm also doing this for my own self-care, and I really enjoy getting to know all of you guys. So if you are watching, please hit the like button, share if something resonates with you and you think another friend of yours would like this, and leave me a comment below and let me know what is your favorite form of self-care, especially in 2026. I think we need to focus on that. So the quote that I chose for today, I chose from the one day category, because boy, oh boy, with this bronchitis, it's been one day at a time, and I have asthma, so it complicates things just a little bit more. So I had to take some extra time off, which has just been a lot, but I've been able to relax. Okay, so I've been trying to relax, let's say that. So some days you tame the tiger, and some days the tiger has you for lunch. And if that isn't the truth, I don't know what is. And in my instance, over this past week, the tiger has been me being sick. It had me for lunch. I had it for lunch some days. I don't know. In the end, we stand with me demolishing it, right? Okay, so I am going to put the date on here, which today I'm filming this on Tuesday the 27th. 1/27/26. I'm going to try to upload this as soon as I can, but sometimes it takes a while for my phone and computer to communicate and process things, so bear with me. I was able to get together this past week for some good friendship and bonding time, so I am grateful for friendships and bonding time. Okay. And that was like a highlight of my last week, that I was able to take that time out to do that before I got really sick, because I thought I just had a simple like cold, but you know, that really wasn't the case in the end. But it's okay. I got treated. I'm on meds. And we're going to put that in here. And then on Sunday, when you guys join me for my live at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be grateful for something new. Okay, so I really look forward to you guys joining me for that. I was able to color a few pictures This I was able to color over the course of last week. So I wanted to kind of focus this little time on zhuzhing this up a little bit. And I don't know if I've told you guys this before. I think I have. That I am focusing on coloring pages just for self-care because I really do like it. I like to do it early in the morning before I go to work, so I'm not just waking up and rushing out the door. And then I like to zhuzh the pages up, and I like to pick a lot of coloring books, adult coloring books that have a quote or something on the back, but I don't mind this either because we get like a real reverse look at the alcohol ink. And I'm just going to probably fold them all up and make a whole journal about that. And that'll be a little bit later when I have enough pages. But I'm going to zhuzh this piece up a little bit. And I colored this page the other day with some watercolor markers. Really early on Saturday morning when I couldn't sleep and I couldn't breathe. So it was like 6 o'clock. I'm probably just going to leave this one as it is. And the angry cats say everything about how I was feeling that day. But I did receive this in the mail. I hope my background's not like bothering you or giving you too much of a glare. But I did get this new craft mat from Glassboard Studios. I got the New Year one. I really, really like it, but there's a big glare. And I like creating on it because it gives me a lot of stability on this desk. So I needed to put something over it, so I put one of my mats over it. So anyway, okay, so I did get this. This is from Cuttlefish. She did reach out to me actually on Instagram, and she has like a little Instagram group and little coloring challenges, and she has lots of coloring books, and she really gave me the backstory of what coloring means to her, what it means to her daughter, and why she created this coloring book. So if you want to reach out to her on Instagram, there is a QR code if you're interested in that. I don't know if I'm in focus at all, or I'm not very good at all that. But I got the Meowster Pieces Cozy Cat and Famous Paintings coloring book because I just thought this was too cute. And this just kind of gives you a little bit about her. Here's her community she has on Instagram, free coloring pages. Here is a progress tracker, but this is everything that's in this book. So you could do that. She gives you fun little designs that you can use on the page, which I think are a lot of fun. But it's just, we just kind of flip through here. And it's a lot of famous paintings, but with cats. And I thought that that was cute because I'm a cat person. I've got 2 cats here at home. And I just think it's fun. So I think that this will be fun to work with. These pages are a little bit thin. They're a lot thinner compared to the other coloring books I purchased in the past. But if you slide something in here and I don't use like a lot of wet media, I think it'll be fine. So that's kind of exciting. I do want to focus on zhuzhing this one up a little bit though. I didn't do a pattern for the tablecloth because I wanted to do something a little bit different. But what I am going to do is I am going to use my little cloud stencil from scrapbook.com, and I've used this before. You guys have seen me use this before on a coloring page, which I think is across the room. I don't know where the coloring page is. I didn't even clean it off, but I thought that it would be fun to use that with some blue. I know I like to use Stormy Sky a lot because that's a good muted blue one. Because a lot of my other blues that I have are like Salvage Patina, Tumbled Glass, which Tumbled Glass actually might be good for this one, but I have a lot of real bright blues. I have Chipped Sapphire, which might be a little bit too dark. So I think I'm going to try between Stormy Sky and Tumbled Glass this time. I haven't really used Tumbled Glass for clouds before. Stormy Sky just makes more sense for clouds, but this is a little bit brighter and I have a lot of bright going on here. I wanted to pick a coloring page. I'm sorry my voice keeps going in and out. My chest still hurts a little bit, so I'm just we're just trying to survive and be able to create. So I'm going to take this down. And then I am going to just go ahead and use some of the tumbled glass, right? That's what I chose, tumbled glass. So what I like to do, I really like these Glassport Studio mats because they're magnetic. And I don't need to spray any of the Pixie spray, which I really do like the Pixie spray because it gives a front and a back for me and it makes more sense. But I don't want to have to always be like running to the sink either as soon as I'm finished with these. So I like to kind of start off of the page. And I'm not really going to concentrate too much on like, am I getting it over the, and so you can see where I kind of did that, but that's okay. I don't like to concentrate too much like am I getting it over the picture and the things I colored. I just kind of like to zhuzh these coloring pages up a little bit to give it a little bit more interest, more like a mixed media feel, if you will. So that's just kind of all I'm doing, is I'm just taking this, see, and I'm just adding a little bit more interest here. And I'm able to do that with a stencil, some ink, something to hold it down with. And then I'll just kind of keep going. And then we're gonna, excuse me, and then we're gonna go ahead and do something for the tablecloth, which is just gonna be nice and simple. And then I do, now I put a cloud down there, right? I do like to do like a vignette type look for these. And I'll do some clouds up here. And now I'm just kind of cleaning off my brush, right? So I'm probably going to add like a little bit of color around the edge. But I'm going to do the tablecloth first. I wanted to use, initially I wanted to use another stencil for the tablecloth. I thought that would be neat. But then I just got to coloring and I didn't do it. So now I just think it would take up too much space is what it would do. So I have my Real Brush pens. They're blendable. It's water-based ink. These are watercolor markers. I need to take a sip of my drink. I'm sorry. These are watercolor markers. And I like to use them just in a way, and I've used them in coloring pages before, if you want to go back on my Instagram and look, that they have a real, it will just give it like a real different look. Now, I don't really know what color I want to make the tablecloth because I have my blues covered. I have the pink, the purple. I have the strawberry chocolate cake, which just looks delicious. And I did use a lot of my sparkly ink pens and a lot of those Panda Fly ink pens that I did just purchase. I use those. I absolutely am in love with those. Those things like are fabulous. I cannot get enough of those. So I was thinking maybe like a gray. So it's just not, I don't know. I could probably do a pink actually now that I'm here thinking about it. We could do a pink, or we could do like a gray, or we could do both, right? Pink and gray go really good together. So I do not really have a sheet other than in my new coloring book. There's a few blank sheets, which I do like, that I can kind of test it on. I'm not going to get out any water. I'm just going to show you how I simply do this. So pink might be good. That's a real bright pink, right? Might want to go over it. Let's see how we want to do this. We could do that, or we could just do pink and then do some of her fun designs on it, is what I'm thinking. Right? We could just do, you know, I don't know how we want to do that, but I'm kind of going towards, I don't know, hold on. To me, gray would make more sense. It just wouldn't overpower anything, and then I can add some pink elements to it. So if I wanted to try to do some of her fun designs on it, I could try to do that. wherever it was. Like a few of these type things, right? Maybe just waves would be fun. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so what I'm going to do, and this is, I like to do this a lot in the backgrounds of coloring pages. And I just kind of start at the edge, and I am not looking for an even look, not even a little bit. I am using the edge of this water-based pen, and I'm just coloring it in. So I do like to do this technique a lot of the times with little outdoor scenes, because I like a lot of the cozy coloring books. I just really do. And it just gives it a little bit of texture look and contrast. You could use a stencil for this. You really could. This is a thicker paper. I got this little coloring book at Target when they were on clearance at, right after Christmas. And now their price has gone back up. They're the same ones that they still have there. They call them Christmas coloring books, and nothing Christmas is in here. But now they're back up to like regular price, which is $12.99, and I got this one for like $6.99. So, I don't know. Foolish games that they play. I've been trying not to go to like the big box stores as often, but sometimes I kind of have to. Okay, so you see, and you can fill in if you want. And that's just kind of where I leave it normally, but I'm kind of debating if I want to add like some pink polka dots into it. Which might just like random polka dots, right? I could just use some random polka dots in there if I want to. So let's just add some random polka dots. And I'm not dotting in any particular order, except we just want to make it look like it would be the, and my polka dots aren't even, like nothing's perfect in here, right? I'm just adding some interest to this coloring page and making it more of a full piece of art, basically. And by piece of art, I mean anything that you created that was your self-care time, that you had fun creating, and that maybe others can enjoy. And if others don't enjoy this kind of thing, or you're not into this, like, you know, that's fine. But just do something that you enjoy creating, and add it into a different project and make it part of a bigger project, and or give it to somebody, you know, or frame it and put it up in your craft room wall, like just anything like that. So that's basically it for that. I'm not even going to use those cozy patterns. I do want to ink around the edges, and I think because I have the chocolate cake, I want to do like a lighter inking around the edges. And so what I am going to do is just get out my tea dye. And, oh no, look what we did there. That's okay. And I'm just going to start inking the corners. And just to kind of pull things into focus just a little bit. So we're bringing the interest back into the center of the art that we did, basically. Because this can get pretty distracting, because now like this could be pretty busy. This might be too busy for you as well. But you want to pull the interest back into, and I'm just going to leave that there because that's just like, oops. You want to pull the interest back into the picture itself. And if I'm going to be folding this and using this in a journal, which I don't know for sure that I'm going to do that. I really do think that that's what I'm going to do with a lot of my coloring pages. Then it will just add, it will add more interest to the journal itself, because now we have the flip side. So if this was even folded as like a page, like this would be a journal page, and that, and there we go. Here's where we could like add pockets and sayings or whatever we're going to do for that junk journal. I haven't really decided yet. But that's my creation today. So I was really glad to be able to have a voice and share that with you. Let me know what you do for self-care, like when you're not feeling well or whatever. And I do want to share, I love reading, and I know I've spoken with a lot of you on lives, through different other YouTube creators, and I'm really grateful for all of you being here. What are you guys reading? I did finish a book, and I am going to show you what I started. Now, I finished my last little Christmas book because I read a Christmas book in December, and then I started another one for the month of January, and I did finish it because I did have some extra time, obviously, to finish. So, and then I started this. So this is Murder by Cheesecake, a Golden Girls cozy mystery. I'm really enjoying this book. So I'm only like 7 chapters in. Like, I'm not very far in. I just started it yesterday. But I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if you guys are a big fan of the Golden Girls, but if you go ahead and, I don't know if I posted it on my Instagram actually, but I went to the Golden Girls experience down in San Diego. And here it says San Francisco because they were out of the San Diego mugs, but it's okay. I use this as my holder for my glue press now because the holder that was with it was really wonky and it like had glue built up and it was just kind of a mess on my craft desk. So that's what I'm using it for. But I love the Golden Girls. I grew up with the Golden Girls. I'm loving this book. So if you have any good book recommendations, throw them down in the comments below too. But this is my good book recommendation for January. And I'm going to be creating a project with this at the end of the year with the books that I have read. And I do count audiobooks. Like, yeah, I do. So I am doing and this has no spice. This is just like cozy murder mystery, which I really love. This is like a good Hallmark movie. It's like the Golden Girls, right? Like I can hear them in here when I read this, and it's certain things that have happened in all these episodes. And this author did get the rights from ABC. So that's really nice. And this is supposed to be a series. So stay tuned for that. This is the first book in the series. This is fairly new. I just got this probably October, November. I saw it at Barnes & Noble. Yeah, so let me know, what are your book recs below? What do you do for self-care, for crafty time? I'm really glad that I was able to come on here and join you guys for some creative time while I'm hopefully on the up and up for feeling better. And I will see you guys live Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that will be February 1st, if you can believe it. Thank goodness, right? We're already in a different month, but then here we go. We're like, all the rest of the months kind of roll by pretty fast. January is always the longest month of the year. So hang on tight and let's take part in some self-care. I will see you guys really soon. Bye.